Hello, sir. So, today I want to talk about that Madras High Court judgment, how they've ruled that if backward classes or scheduled caste people, if they convert into Muslim, they will just be considered as Muslim, and whatever reservations they were getting prior will not be applicable. So, as in the socio-economic landscape, how do you think, and also political landscape, how do you think this is going to affect the overall mindset of people of the minorities? And there was a government order against this, but High Court has actually said it's not valid. You can't go against the law with GOs. Your thoughts on this, sir? Because it's a very sensitive topic as well.
Yes, it is sensitive and it is becoming more and more sensitive. The concept of conversion as well as reservation both seem to be pretty sensitive in this country. I don't know how the greatest uh, constitutional champion, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, would have viewed it, because while drafting the constitution, he had recommended only reservation for 10 years. And before the end of 10 years, unfortunately, he passed away. We don't know his views, how he would have viewed it if he had lived for the 10 years and then when it came up for renewal. Now it has reached a stage where the question of removing reservation does not arise. But the dynamics of reservation is continuously evolving. After the Mandal Commission in 1990s, Mr. VP Singh brought in the other backward classes as another category for reservation apart from SC STs, and that has also become very sure in the Indian socio-economic scenario. This order of the Madras High Court is different. It it's merely says that once you have converted from, let us say, Hinduism, which has got the caste issues, to any other religion, whether it is Islam or Christianity, you cannot enjoy reservation any further. The reason which the High Court is saying is that you have chosen to shift your religion, which you are quite free to do under Article 25, and you have gone to another religion. And now that you have gone to another religion, your caste status is gone. You are no more affiliated to any caste.
So those religions don't have upper caste, lower caste, and also internally.
They have, that is also discussed in this order.
Okay.
They have different what you call as gradations or sects or communities within the religion, but you are shifting very correct. I will read out the relevant portions to you. The High Court has said that you are not going to convert to, let us say, Sayyid Islam or some other Islam. You are converting to Islam, that's all.
Okay.
And once you have converted to Islam, you belong to the community of Islam or Muslim, which prides itself with brotherhood, and that there are no up and down factors in within Islam. There are no caste. There is no what you call as all these differences has been completely wiped out. Therefore, once you have taken a new allegiance to a religion like Islam, you are no more part of the caste system. Now, reservation is specifically meant for socio-economic upliftment of lower caste people. Now, reservation has got a intrinsic involvement with caste. It doesn't have a involvement with religion. This is the basic argument. So, earlier there was a background to this whole thing. There is a background that a GO was issued by the government of Tamil Nadu to negate this proposition, and the GO was of the view that even if a person shifts from one religion to other, he should enjoy the caste reservation. This GO has been struck down by the High Court. In fact, I have a copy of it. In para 6, the High Court is is observing that the GO has a background. One U. Akbar Ali, who belonged to the MBC category, became Muslim and wanted to be considered for public employment under BC Muslim category. TNPSC took the stand that he will come under general category. Public Service Commission. The matter was heard at length by one of us sitting singly. Wide order so and so. I upheld the stand of TNPSC. The High Court, the then High Court upheld the stand of TNPSC that once you have converted, you cannot get reservation. In doing so, the High Court had followed a particular judgment of G. Michael versus S. Venkatraman in 1952, wherein it was held that you cannot, that was a division bench, this thing. So, this being the case, then the government, what they did, the matter was referred to Tamil Nadu Backward Class Commission. This is the history of how the GO came about. The matter was referred to Tamil Nadu Backward Class Commission, which, by letter dated 6/2/24, recommended that the government rationalize the granting of backward class Muslim community certificate to those persons belonging to backward class MBC, denotified communities or scheduled caste on conversion to any one of the 7 groups or sections of Muslims identified as backward class Muslim. So they said that this GO said even after conversion they should be categorized in that manner and issue community certificates as backward class Muslim, enabling them to avail the benefits of reservation under the backward class Muslims. This is what was the recommendation of the Tamil Nadu Backward Class Commission. Now this recommendation was taken up by the government of Tamil Nadu, and the recommendation is binding on the government. It is not advisory in nature, it is binding in nature. So the recommendation given by the Tamil Nadu Backward Classes Commission was the basis of the GO, which was issued number 31 dated 9/3/24. According to Advocate General, the GO was not issued arbitrarily. It was issued based on the recommendation of the Backward Classes Commission. Now, the court has gone into this whole thing, and they say that once you convert, after that you cannot claim this or that. For example, they say as on date, the following 7 sects of Muslims have been notified as backward class Muslim.
But you said Muslim Brotherhood and there is no...
That is the conception of the religion. That is how Islam is conceived. And every person you talk to will say that if we go to a mosque or Mecca or wherever, the biggest man and the smallest, poorest man will stand together and pray. So there is a huge brotherhood. I mean, if we see the history of Islam, it is a religion which was born out of brotherhood. That everybody is equal. All are equal. That equality thing was emphasized. But if you see here in the order, as on date, the following 7 sects of Muslims have been notified as backward class Muslims as per sections 3A of Tamil Nadu Act 45 of 94. They have given Ansar, Deccani Muslims, Dubekula, Labbai, Mapila, Sheikh and Sayyid. So there are 7 sects which are considered as backward class Muslim. So the government of Tamil Nadu dated so and so has ordered that a convert to Islam from backward class, most backward class, denotified communities or SC scheduled caste may be treated as BC Muslim. So from Hindu backward class, he fits into Muslim backward class. Backward class Muslim. This is what the GO says. But the order here is very different. The order given by the High Court, it says the Christian missionaries as well as Islamic preachers harangued through decades and centuries that their religion offers social equality unlike Hinduism, which has caste as its inherent feature. Having taken such a stand for effecting conversions, it is disingenuous to claim that there is a hierarchy in Islam also.
Oh, okay.
This is what
Got
the
it.
court is observing. I
Oh,
am not.
okay.
I am just reading out the order.
Okay.
In our respectful view, categorizing certain sects as backward and the remaining as forward is antithetical to Quranic injunctions. Islam seeks to establish an egalitarian society. Everyone is equal in the eyes of God. There is no social hierarchy. Be that as it may, due to historical reason, the Islamic society is also stratified into various communities. One can even boldly remark that they are akin to caste in Hinduism. This is very interesting
Yes.
observation
Yeah.
by the High
It's
Court.
answering a lot of my questions which I had in the mind.
What the High Court says, over a period of time, the Islamic society has evolved in such a manner that there are stratified into various communities. One can even boldly remark that they are akin to caste in Hinduism. Now, if you see within these sects in Islam, they don't intermarry.
Oh,
They prefer to marry within their.
very similar to what Hinduism
Yes, this
does.
is what the High Court is also referring. Just as caste is determined by birth, one is a Rautar or a Marakyar or a Dakhani Muslim by birth alone. It is ridiculous to suggest that one can be converted into a Rautar Muslim.
Hmm.
If you convert, you're not converting into Rautar Muslim. As held by the division bench of Madras High Court more than 75 years ago, conversion to Islam, one becomes Muslim.
That's all. Okay.
One doesn't become Rautar
Hmm.
Muslim or Sayyid Muslim or this Muslim or that. One becomes Muslim. The Honorable Division Bench used the expression just a Musalman.
Hmm.
They used this expression. He cannot be pigeonholed into any particular sect or community, which can be only by virtue of one's birth therein.
Hmm.
So, if you are born into a particular sect, which is now graded as backward Muslim community and enjoys reservation, then it is all right. You are born into it. Now, these are details which public doesn't want to listen, or they don't have time to. You understand what the High Court is telling. When you convert, you are not having a rebirth.
Correct.
You are converting into another religion.
Right.
When you are converting to another religion, you cannot land into a particular sect of religion.
Hmm.
You
Okay.
understand? The sect of a religion is determined by your birth,
Hmm.
even in Islam.
Oh. Okay.
Now, how do you position yourself in that sect and enjoy reservation is the question. High Court says you cannot.
But the current Muslims who are there are divided sectors.
Yes.
And they have reservations.
Some of them, that seven categories, seven
They have
sects which I
reservation.
read out, they have reservation. They are called backward Muslim community.
Okay. That stays.
That stays.
Okay.
But you cannot land in that sect, one of the seven sects, and claim reservation.
Oh, okay. Got it. Okay.
You are able to understand. Huh? When the proposition laid down by the Honorable Division Bench is holding the field, it cannot be undone by issuing a mere government order. Government order GO says that whether it depends on what is your caste or community in Hinduism and you have converted. When you convert, you position yourself based on your community here and position yourself as a backward Muslim.
Okay.
This is what the GO says. Government says that GO is unconstitutional. It is not correct and they have
This
quashed it.
GO was given
In 2024.
2024. Okay, sir.
The doctrine of separation of powers as an entrenched principle in the Constitution of India and that it is an essential constitution of rule of law. This principle applies to final judgments of all the courts. The court had already held that on conversion you cannot get reservation because you cannot convert into a sect.
Sir, then passing a GO like that is against the law, no, sir?
That is what the court has said, that it is against the
But
law.
still now we are in 2026.
Ah.
So from 2024 to 2026, the GO can be enjoyed. Could have been enjoyed.
100% it has been enjoyed.
Okay.
100% it has been enjoyed. It has been enjoyed. That is a very valid, very interesting comment you are making. The reason is there is a lag, always a lag between an executive, legislature, executive and the judiciary. They don't work on a real-time sync. These are very, very interesting topics.
Like the election,
Very
some MLA one, it
we
came
spoke
after like 7
that
years.
election MLA was considered MLA after 10 years or 15 years.
Yeah.
Appavu,
Appavu, yes.
Mr. Appavu became MLA. I don't know, after 10, 12 years he became MLA. And
Only the ledger is being changed now. That's
so
all.
there is a lag
Okay.
between whatever is proposed by law, then how it becomes operational by the government, and then what is the judicial interpretation of it. There is a big lag between these. And this time difference is definitely a thing which creates a lot of anomic situation, meaning normlessness. You are saying between 24 and 26, many people would have enjoyed the reservation. Will they remove them from that? I don't think so.
Even the person who's actually signed the GO is against the law by whatever we are talking now.
That is interpretation which has come up later. In 26, the High Court has said that this GO is not correct. That GO is unconstitutional. But suppose tomorrow this is challenged by government of Tamil Nadu before Supreme Court, and Supreme Court takes a contrary view or a different view, then the whole thing again changes. What happens to people who have enjoyed this in the interregnum during this 2 years period is a legal question. Is a legal question, which is at once interesting and at once it defies any solution. There are many laws. I mean, how do you account for people who have been put in jail and they are awaiting trial and they have been acquitted after 10 years, 12 years? How do you account for their life? Life itself is gone. Some 15 years of life, 12 years of life is gone. Even in developed
countries in the US and all, 30 years later, somebody is acquitted.
US has got much, much worse examples. Examples which will really give you sleepless nights. There are people who have been inside the jail for 30 years, 40 years and all, and after that some DNA test has ensured that, has brought to light that they are innocent. Innocent people in jail, US, we can find many. We can find many. Every country, every country has got
the delay
such
in process.
Delay in justice, and nothing, all the factors cannot be taken into account. In a human situation, if one case has to be heard by a court in its 100% entirety, then they have to only hear one case. Because endlessly there will be circumstances, endless evidences, endless. So a totality of it has to be taken and a verdict has to be given. Whereas in this, by normal standard, this is pretty fast. 24 GO, by 26 it is being quashed. And it says that you cannot enjoy the reservation if you are converting. But if you are born within a sect of Islam, then you can be a most backward Muslim category. You can enjoy.
Because there are so many friends, so many people who tell, because of the caste issue in Hinduism, they actually convert into Christianity or become a Muslim because they don't want to go through that pain of being a lower caste person in Hindu and discrimination. But again, going into one sect is nothing but you're worshipping a different god probably, but the system, the socio-economic system, and you'll be still seen as a lower caste person in a different religion actually doesn't solve the purpose of conversion in itself.
Correct.
Yes. So.
And caste as an issue or a concept is connected with Hinduism. And reservation is definitely a positive method of positive discrimination by which the social upliftment will happen. Should happen. It is a question which has got many other dimensions also. Whether how it should be modified, how it should be done, because Supreme Court judge has said that a person having two parents, both father and mother, both IAS, should not be given reservation. It was his individual view, but how it has evolved and how it should be modified, it is for the larger public and government to debate. But this is a well settled this thing. I don't know how it will evolve. How the whole thing will evolve. We have to wait and watch.
Do you know any countries, because your experience is so wide, do you know any countries which have mastered judiciary and don't have this much of backlog in cases and where the verdict is like really fast? Because with the advent of technology and AI, now data is something which is preserved in every country for every case. A human going through Like for example, the movie Endran, some robo reads a book in like 5 seconds. That is actually possible now with the advent
Yes,
of
it is
AI.
possible.
So you feel the technology part is going to solve a lot of data crunching, which has been the biggest problem in judiciary. Like taking like thousands of files and actually reading manually makes a difference with the speed of functioning of the judiciary.
Within the legal universe, there are different types of cases. For example, criminal cases are there. The delay in criminal cases is really saddening. Then there are civil cases. People fight for their property for
Decades, yes.
decades, and then they die off also
Yes.
without enjoying the property. Civil cases. Then there are cases like these constitutional cases, which is meant for the entire society.
Correct.
Now, criminal cases should. There are countries where the criminal cases are disposed of almost immediately,
Okay.
like Singapore,
Okay.
like Japan. I mean, there are many countries where the criminal courts are sitting vacant.
Oh,
They don't have enough cases.
okay.
They don't have enough cases. Civil cases can also be done because they are essentially property dispute or torts or things like that. Which if this culture of adjournments, if the culture of postponement is not, cases can be heard day to day. Cases, a lot of changes have happened in the criminal procedure code and civil procedure code and all, but still the real change on ground has not happened. I can understand what you are saying. You are saying that the verdict should come as soon as possible.
Yeah, yeah.
As soon as possible. But there is a danger also. The danger is nowadays many criminal cases have a media trial, continuous media trial.
Correct.
And suppose the court also hears while the media trial is going on, what kind of effect it will have on the court's mind, we do not know.
Okay.
For example, this one boy has been thrown from the
Correct.
cliff
Yes.
or something
Yes.
by a girl who was supposed to
Fiance.
marry him.
Yes.
Very very unnerving kind of case. You feel what is happening in the society. Why should that boy be thrown from the cliff? Suppose a trial starts tomorrow. With all this bombardment of news, I mean, after all, a judge is also human.
Right.
There will be some effect.
Hmm.
Long back, there was a case of Nanavati. I don't know if you have heard of it.
No.
You should. It was made into a movie also.
Okay.
He was a naval officer,
Okay.
and he found out that his wife is having an affair,
Correct.
and he shot that fellow.
Yeah, yeah. Some
And
Bollywood movie came out of this.
yes.
Yes.
And he shot that fellow, and then a jury was convened. In those days, we had a jury system. Jury meaning people who are normal, common people,
Like
a
the
set
US,
of
10 people or
10
20
or
people.
15 or
Yes.
20 people are brought into the courtroom, and they sit and hear the
Right.
arguments, and they decide whether the person is guilty or not.
Right.
And they decided that the Nanavati is not guilty.
Okay.
But the murder was admitted.
Okay.
There was no doubt that he committed that murder. But in the public eye, in the eyes of the jury,
They felt it was fair.
fair.
So they said,
Yes.
okay, fine. Yeah.
So it was fair,
Mhm.
and they gave him a not guilty verdict. This affected so much so that it ended the jury system itself.
Correct. They say no, sir. If you hit a cockroach, you're good. If you kill a butterfly, you're bad. It's
That
all
is
about the visual
Nietzsche's
perspective.
Friedrich Nietzsche.
Yes.
He had made
Yeah.
this famous comment that depends on whom you kill
Whom you
and
kill.
whom
And
you
yeah.
kill. That perception is there in the society. In every society, there is a perception of right and wrong.
Right.
There is a perception of right and wrong. And how far this is a perfect system or that is a perfect system, we cannot
Right. Comment.
we cannot
Yes.
comment, because everything is in evolution. Everything is evolving, and as it is evolving, we will know that. But as on today, the High Court of Madras has held that the GO is unconstitutional. A GO cannot replace a law or a judicial pronouncement, and that a person who converts to a Muslim
Mhm.
cannot be a
Backward class person.
cannot enjoy reservation.
Right. Okay.
This is the sum and substance of this judgment,
Okay.
which is very interesting to read.
Correct.
Written in a very readable form, and the people who like to read it in a breeze, they can actually read it and see beautifully narrated. So this is what it is, and Now I think there's a lot of controversy as usual.
As you,
That
yeah,
will
they
happen.
might go for an appeal to the
They
Supreme
might
Court
go
and
on
things might
appeal.
happen. Yes.
Supreme Court will come up with new ideas. Anything can happen. I mean, society keeps on evolving through its judiciary, legislature, and executive actions. Interesting.
Okay.